Surprise, surprise. Bibi Hitler has rejected a Palestinian state, but should that really matter? Why is it that the Israeli government gets to dictate if the Palestinians to be sovereign of themselves or not? If a group of people say they want to create their state, they have that right.
Well, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has once again rejected a Palestinian state. The Prime Minister saying that he rejects outright what he considers to be a new type of pressure in the last few days to unilaterally impose on Israel the establishment of a Palestinian state. This comes as the Palestinian foreign minister.
He wants to claim it's going to, what, be a threat to the existence of the state of Israel.
Israel the establishment of a Palestinian state. This comes as the Palestinian foreign minister accuses Israel of apartheid, urging the top UN court to declare that Israel's occupation of land sought for a Palestinian state is illegal. Our foreign correspondent Marcus Moore is in Tel Aviv. So, Marcus, how do you see Netanyahu's comments impacting the ongoing tensions in the Middle East?
Well, Kira, I mean, I think it's only going to compound and only add to the tensions here. And it certainly comes as no surprise to anyone given the history and certainly what's happening in Gaza, the war that continues there, is front and center despite the hearings that are going on in The Hague. You just mentioned the Palestinian foreign minister saying that what's happening in the West Bank and in Gaza and in East Jerusalem.
It's funny how the Israeli government rejects the creation of a Palestinian state while they were able to have the Israeli government created, even though everybody rejected that.
Amounts to apartheid. It does give you a sense of just how deeply ingrained the conflict is here, and that there will be no easy solution. And as the war in Gaza continues, we are also, Kira, watching what's happening in southern Gaza, in Khan Yunis with the Nasser hospital, and also the looming assault on Rafah that Israel has promised to move towards as they work to dismantle Hamas. Kira.
Yeah, and there's what, like 1.5 million people in Rafah. So if the Israeli government does do their ground assault, they're not going to who's actually Hamas and who's not. They're just going to consider everybody to be Hamas and just start killing everybody.
Well, Israeli forces say they've now arrested 200 suspected militants at Nasser Hospital in Gaza. How's that been impacting the fighting since we first reported on that?
Suspected militants. So what? The Israeli government just decided some group of random civilians were militants and decided to arrest them, which they love doing a whole lot.
Well, the Israelis would want to portray or at least indicate that they have made some success, and also to justify their efforts or their decision to storm that hospital. As you know, it came against deep criticism from the international community. Of course, Israel saying that they would not go into Nasser Hospital without a reason. They, as you know, accused Hamas of.
And all of the Israeli government has to do is just create whatever reason they want, and they will use that as their justification. What? Oh, us tunnels, um, supposedly weapons or whatever BS they want to come up with to attack a hospital and arrest civilians.
Of conducting military operations out of that hospital, and also accused them of keeping hostages there. And part of the raid was to search for hostages, either their bodies or the hostages there. They tell us they did not find any hostages, but they did find medicine that was supposed to go to those hostages that was left unopened. And we understand.
Oh, surprise, surprise! They didn't find hostages, but they found medication at a hospital. How is that like? How's medication at a hospital like supposed to be a clue that there there were hostages there?
Kira, that there are still about 180 patients receiving treatment at Nasser Hospital as we speak, but it's a dire situation there. There is no electricity. The only power that's being generated there is coming from a generator, and a number of patients who were in critical condition had to be transported to other field hospitals in the region, or other hospitals like the Al Shifa hospital. So a lot is happening there, but it is not over yet, Kira. And
You know, the good guys aren't supposed to be putting like innocent lives in danger. That's why, like Hamas is considered a terrorist because they attack, innocent people. And that's the same with the Israeli government. They're not the good guys. They're a terrorist group. They attack innocent civilians, and they're a-okay with endangering the lives of anybody as long as it means they can fulfill their goals.
Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, as you heard, and any of the officials with Israel